Some devil. Speaking of demons,
I am. I'm wearing a mask so that we're nice and safe, but I do look pretty good under this mask as well.
Lori says, "Why can't I hear you?" Oh, it's fixed.
Lori, is it fixed?
Oh,
oh,
that's great.
Great, excellent.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm gonna get on. Should I get on the YouTube one and see if anyone's on the YouTube?
You can, but I don't know if people comment on YouTube until the end.
Is that right? I don't know how that works.
Have you heard of people live commenting on YouTube live? Really? That's the
Look,
thing?
there we are, right there.
Wow. I wonder if anyone's commented on YouTube. We're on Facebook and on YouTube. This is amazing. Ray Dobbs, I just want to tell you as a confession, because you're kind of like the priest of Chelan Valley. I've never done anything like this before. I usually don't do this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is new to everybody. So if you see me looking at myself in this monitor down here, forgive me. And if we have some technical difficulties, we're just rolling with it.
Yes.
That's what we do here at Young Life. We roll with whatever happens.
Right.
And make sure that you are sharing this with all your friends, because we don't just want Chelan Valley to know this stuff. This can go to the whole world tonight. So
that's right.
Make sure you're telling everybody about it. Tell your friends.
Yes.
Tell your mom. Tell your mom's friends.
I'm going to create a watch party.
Tell your neighbor's mom.
No, not a watch party, like I was saying. I'm definitely not going to do a watch party.
Our producer told us not to do a watch party.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no.
Right. Good. Well, I'm going to write a post on my Facebook wall.
Wonderful.
Chelan Valley Young Life. Join us for the Chelan Valley Young Life virtual celebration banquet. Yes. You know the only thing missing from this banquet right now?
What's that?
A big turkey leg.
A big turkey leg.
Or like a chicken leg.
That would be wonderful. If we had a turkey leg, I just would be so happy about that.
You know what would be even better? You know what else we're missing? Here, I'm sharing right now. It is officially shared from my Facebook. We're missing the banquet and we're missing the celebration. Come on, let's get some confetti. Oh, hey.
Okay.
Oh,
there's okay.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Yeah.
The party going on right here. A celebration.
Luckily, we're not.
Through the year.
Luckily, we're not paying him for this singing. So great.
Oh, you're 6% service charge at work.
This is good stuff. I've got. Where is that?
That's a place where confetti shouldn't be, Dave.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
That's true.
We're going to do a little countdown. In 4 minutes and 53 seconds, we are officially kicking this thing off. So you wonder, well, why am I on right now, Jeff and Dave? Why am I logged on if we don't start for 4 minutes and 45 seconds?
Oh, I would be wondering that too if I was logged on.
Yeah, that was a stall tactic because you wanted me to answer the question.
I did actually want you to answer that, but that's okay. We're just going to chat with you guys. We're going to chat with each other, and we're going to get some stuff started here. Who's on right now? Let's see.
Lori asked who the noisy guy is. My name is Jeff Huber.
Which one's noisy?
That's me. I'm the noisy one.
Okay.
I think, or that's Glenn. Glenn who popped the confetti. So that's pretty noisy too. But Lori, Jeff Huber, and we work together in Young Life. So
yeah, Jeff Huber's our regional director here in the Mountain West region, which is now 4 states wide.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yes. North Wyoming, Montana, North Idaho, and Eastern Washington.
Yeah.
When I say Eastern Washington, is it assumed that Central Washington is a part of that? Or do we have to say it?
We're just on this side of the Cascades.
Lori, if you could chat and just kind of give your opinion. And Ray, since you've been in Central Washington for so long as a respected, upstanding member of the community, could you clarify if I say Eastern Washington, do those in Central Washington feel that that's inclusive? Because inclusive is really important.
Yeah.
It's always been, but even more so.
Inclusivity is the most important.
Yes.
Oh, Kamiley's on as well. She's on the YouTube side.
Hi, Debbie from Edmonds.
Hi, Kamiley.
Or is it D-Bye?
And also probably Thomas.
Okay. Ann McCartney Brooks. Nice. I wore Brooks today as shoes. Yes. Ben Nygreen. There we go.
All right. A reminder to share.
Yes. Share this event.
Yeah, share this.
Do not create a watch party, but share.
Yes, apparently we're not supposed to create a watch party.
Do not create a watch party.
Jeff already stepped on that landmine, so.
Yeah. Kablowie.
We'll, share this. Let your friends know. Call your mom. Call your friends. Call your boss. I assume your boss has more money than you, so.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
Because that's part of the night,
That's part of the night. We're going to ask you for some money if that's all right. If that's all right with you, it's all right with me.
Yes. You know, well,
Great.
Ben's on here, so he's okay with it.
Ben Nygreen.
And it sounds like Eastern Washington is marginal inclusion. North Central Washington is best. Oh, he just created a whole new separation of people. Wow, just when you thought you knew and you understood the divisions of people, is Eastern Washington inclusive of Central Washington? No, we are North Central Washington.
North Central Washington. Yep, that's true. That's true.
Ray just laying it on thick.
Who's that? Chris DeGrosler's here.
Becky Rowe is on.
DeGros Eilier.
Yes.
Becky Rowe is my sister. And
is that why
Cindy
she called you
Jensen-
baby brother? Are
Yeah,
you a
that's-
baby? You're a baby.
I am.
You're the hairiest baby I have ever met. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Look. All right.
My mom's also here. Hi, Mom.
Wow, that's sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
There's someone earlier that's logging on from Bothell. So hello from Bothell. I forget whose name it was, but that's pretty exciting. When I was a kid, I thought it was called Awful.
Ooh.
I lived right next to Bothell, so I love Bothell. Go Cougars, Bothell High School. Do you know Dawn Ellis? Dawn Ellis. Hi, Dawn Ellis. No. All right. Welcome, Dawn from Bothell.
Thank you, Don, for joining.
Yes, Bothell, more like wonderful.
Wonderfuffle.
Yes. Have you ever had a wonderful? Have you ever had a foffle? It's like a that that has just like no carbs in it.
Has people from Bothell in it.
Yes. I think it's called a foffle.
I think that's a Middle Eastern.
That's falafel.
Falafel. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm.
That's North Central Middle Eastern.
Look at
Dave.
that! Look at that! We have 1 minute to go.
Don't say Middle Eastern. That's not inclusive.
We have
North Central Middle Eastern.
We have 1 minute to go before we are.
Heidi Myers? Are you kidding me? How did you get Heidi Myers on here?
I don't know.
I
Someone
did
shared
share it, but like
it must have been you. How did you get Heidi Myers on here?
Krista Grossier, come on. Did I say that right?
Sure.
I know Habla French. So
No one really knows how to say Chris's last name, so
I can say it in Russian.
yeah, say it.
The Grossier. The Grossier. Francuski.
Okay. And if you're watching, just get in the chat and say hi because we want to know that you're there.
Yes.
We're trying to look at the chat down there and also talk to you up there. So
Right. And there's 32 people right now who have logged on. So
32, that's a lot.
yes, and that's half the amount of seconds left until we go live. 16. Well, now it's
No, that's
12,
double.
10,
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I thought you stopped.
Uno. Let's go
Live.
live.
Oh man, it's my eye.
Live from Chelan Valley. It's Sunday night.
My name is Inessa, and I accepted Jesus Christ this week.
Hey, my name is Diego, and I came home this week.
I'm Carmen, and I've decided to begin a new relationship with Jesus.
I'm Andrew, and I gave my life to Christ this week.
Hi, my name is Michaela, and I have come home this week.
Hi, I'm Vine.
I'm Caroline.
I'm Tyson.
I'm Macy.
Hi, I'm Thomas.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Jess.
I'm Julia.
My name is Vinny.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Michael. Noah.
I'm Matt.
I'm Courtney. My name is
I'm Drew.
I'm in first time
And I
commitment
made
to
my first
Christ.
real commitment to Jesus Christ. I've committed myself to Christ.
And I'm ready for God to be the center of my
My
life.
name's Henry, and I choose God.
I'm Tyler. I committed myself to Christ.
And I've permanently committed myself to
And I
Jesus.
finally found God this week.
And on July 24th, I started my path with Christ.
Yo soy Neroli. Quiero seguir a Jesucristo.
I'm Samantha, and I came home to the Lord.
All right. Thank
welcome
you.
back. Yeah.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are just so excited to have everyone here. It looks like we've got a big audience tonight. That was going to be hard to do if we were meeting in person because we would have had about 5 people from outside of our household. So it's wonderful that we have this technology that we can come to you live from Glenn's house, from my mom's basement,
Overlooking Walmart.
overlooking Walmart.
I'm Jeff Huber, and I'm Regional Director for Mountain West.
My name is Dave Epperson. I am the area director here in Chelan Valley Young Life. And so we just want to thank you so much again for joining us tonight. We are so excited.
So excited.
We're so excited for you to be here tonight and for everything that's happening tonight.
Woo! So excited. I mean,
We're so excited.
I mean, incredibly excited.
I can't even. Oh man, I'm covered in stuff.
Yes. Make it rain.
We first of all, we just want to give you some expectations for the evening. We are going to have a special giveaway, a few special giveaways live here on our feed. So don't go away because you might be a winner of some cool Young Life swag. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, that's going to be covered live on location.
Right. And what kind of live feed for a banquet could there be without some great clips as well? We got some great clips throughout the night. The way the format's going to go is in between some of the live segments, you're going to see some stories of some kids being interviewed with their leader, and you'll get to hear what's happening in the lives of kids in Chelan Valley. So you don't want to miss that.
That's true. And so our goal for this evening is to fill you in on what's been happening. I mean, it's been, as you can imagine, it's been a little tough during a pandemic to do what we try to do with Young Life. So we want to just fill you in on what has been happening. We want to invite you further into our ministry, both financially and in prayer and in your personal time, whatever you feel comfortable doing.
Yep. And part of being further in the ministry, when we mean further, we mean, hey, tonight we actually have a goal. Tonight we're hoping to raise $15,000.
$15,000.
Yes.
And there is some good news on that actually already.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's fresh. Fresh, hot off the press.
Who wants to?
And it's not Jay Inslee. No. Fresh, hot off the press. We actually have half of that already offered as a matching gift to inspire those of you tonight who are thinking about giving. We have someone that wants to match it.
Yep. So every dollar you give tonight is going to be doubled up to $7,500 to reach our goal of $15,000.
Let's go.
That's so exciting. I can't even believe it. And somebody just came. We're at someone's house right now, and somebody actually came to the door a few minutes ago and dropped off a check for us. So if you know where we are and you want to drop off a check, that would be pretty fun. There you go.
Yes.
So.
And Dave is actually really excited. It's hard to tell because he has a mask on.
Yeah.
But because we're not 6 feet apart, we're doing this.
We're doing masks.
Yeah.
We want to.
But behind this mask is extreme excitement.
Excitement.
Especially him. You should see like his teeth. I could see them.
Yeah. I've got some beard and mustache in my mouth right now.
Yes.
And it's hard to avoid that with a mask. So I'm just. There you go. All right. I saw Jeff Pearl on here. Hello, Jeff Pearl. So glad you joined us. Who else is on? Say hello to us if you're on right now.
Linda, Chris, Melissa, Kristen. Oh,
Kristen is also here.
She has the same last name as Chris.
Yeah.
Chris and Kristen?
I think they almost have the same first name.
Oh my gosh.
Who made that decision?
Yes. Their first names are easier to pronounce.
Great. So thank you guys again so much for being here. Say hello on the chat. We're going to get right into it, and we have a video for you to watch. So grab your popcorn, sit back, relax.
And take it away. Calgon?
You didn't hear that. If you did, I'm coming after you. Because I'm an FBI agent and I've got connections.
Chloe, how did you first get involved with Young Life?
Well, my dad, Young Life and Wildlife, was using the church campus that my dad works at, the Nazarene. And so sometimes in like 5th and 5th grade, I would go with him and kind of hang out because he's a Young Life leader too. And then when I got into middle school, I started going. And yeah, it was kind of like
Can you introduce yourself to the folks? Can you tell them your name and where you're from?
My name's Zaire Cabrito, and I'm from Maui.
So from Maui, you moved up to Chelan at the beginning of 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how did you first get involved with wildlife?
Well, I met a couple friends. One of them told me to come with them to a Young Life one night, and then I constantly kept going, wondering if I should just stay with the people that I already know or meet new people. So I chose to meet new people, and I kept going, and I started having fun.
And so you kind of started going to Wildlife Club first. And then I believe at lunchtime, sometime at school, I invited you to come to my house for what we call campaigners. What do you remember about that?
I remember that. Well, probably not the first time that I went there that I remember, but probably the one that I remember is that we went down. We had a bunch of snacks. That's what I know. We played board games. We watched a video once about the camp that we were supposed to go to this year, and we read the Bible and stuff.
Yeah, fun.
Yes, I remember the first time we hung out. We hardly knew each other, but I knew your mom, and I was like, I'm gonna hang out with Lizzie, and we're gonna be friends. And then we were just like, yeah, you just kind of showed up one day, and then you were there. Do you remember saying that?
Nope, but it seems like something I'd say.
So, how did you and Melissa first get involved with Young Life together?
Well, she was a stranger that I got forced to meet because she showed up at my house one day and we got thrown into each other's lives. True. And I got forced to go to this thing called Ember and she was there.
Hi, my name is Good job. I'm
Yeah, can you introduce yourself, young lady?
Hi, my name is Cynthia Garcia, and I'm a senior in high school.
My name is Lori, and I am actually a year behind Cynthia.
I got involved with Ashley Lori inviting me over with a group called Ember. And then afterwards, I started attending club later on in the season, which was really fun. Yeah. She's actually been my substitute teacher since I was a little kid, and we were connected freshman year of high school.
This just in. I am here today with Jen Siwa. And
Hey girl, what are we doing here? I am
Oh my
freezing.
God.
It is so cold.
Oh my.
Hold it. I'm Coach Tony. Tony with the Y. Why? Because you know why. Hey, Jen.
Oh my gosh.
Jen, we're going to play some bigger and better.
You did not tell me we were going to see Coach Tony.
We're going to play some bigger and better. So what we got to do is you got to knock on that door and say, hey, we got this great Young Life hat for you. You got something better for us? Like, I don't know, the keys to this beautiful house? You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Wait a second. You want me to ask her
You
for the keys?
go. Give me the keys to the house, and we'll give you this great, nice Young Life hat, is what I'm saying. Okay, so you got to knock on the door. Jen, you got to knock on the door.
Coach,
Coach is telling you to knock on the door.
I was made for this. I'm going to do it.
You are. No, you don't hide. You got to stand in front of the door so they can see you.
Hi.
Hey, I'm Coach Tony.
I'm Jen. Hello.
And we're here from Young Life, and we're going to play a game called Bigger and Better.
Okay.
So Jen's going to ask you for something, and then we're going to offer something to you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. What can I give you?
Well, I love Young Life. I'll do anything.
This is from California. It's part of my Young Life designer collection, Jen. Yeah. But to have it, you have to give us something bigger or better, or both.
No, you got to ask for something specific. Like the keys to this beautiful
we want the keys
home.
to your house.
The keys?
Yes, because we're just going to have a Young Life party here.
A dance
For
party.
Young Life?
A dance party.
Yes.
A dance party.
You know, I said I'd do anything for Young Life.
A dance party.
This house, I can't take it with me. You can have the
Here.
keys.
Well, you know, I want to be safe.
Oh
so-
yeah, here.
All right. That's how we do it in Biggest and Betters in Young Life. So we got the keys to this house. Now we're going to go see if we can get something bigger and better.
Go for it.
just want to dance.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're on.
Could you go to the next? Sorry.
I think we're on.
Okay.
Are we on?
Yeah, we'll just go to the next video. And
yeah,
I didn't realize.
Yikes,
Oh boy.
I think they saw our pajamas.
Yeah, that's okay.
You told
that's
me
okay.
I could wear a COVID outfit.
Yeah, it's normal in COVID.
I thought it was like a Zoom call.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So
You know what?
we're good to go. So I don't know. I don't know if Coach Tony and Gen C were going to get much better than a whole house. But maybe someone can give us something bigger or better than that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can. I don't know.
Yep, I'm a little embarrassed they saw my pajamas. So why don't we transition to video number 2, hearing some of the leaders and kids being interviewed to tell their story.
Yeah. We want to hear what the kids are doing these days.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Let's transition to that.
Hi, I'm Jen Siwa. I like big pink clothes.
What's your favorite memory, or what's a memory that stands out with you and your leader?
We were just talking about this.
There's a lot. There's a lot. But this last summer, we would have lake days. And so we'd go to her mom's house and swim. And she tried... it's great. She tried jumping onto a floaty off the dock. And she just... belly flopped and fell off.
It didn't work.
I wish I'd gotten a video of that. I asked.
You wanted to videotape it.
I asked
She
her
wanted me to do it a second time.
Yeah, just before COVID, like we would meet at her house, and she'd always get a lot of chocolate. Just spending time with everyone there and having food and just talking. So yeah.
So what was what's the time that kind of stood out to you when you were hanging out with me, your wildlife leader, your life leader?
Thing that stood out was the fact that you kept inviting me to things, like really fun things, like the camp, the boat that we went on this summer.
What happened with the boat?
Oh, we went tubing out by the national park. Was it? That was fun. I remember I caught one huge wave.
I think I had a picture of you when I caught that.
Yeah, it took like 3 seconds in the air.
Yeah, I love that. What is a memory that stands out that you girls have shared?
Well, I would have to say just, I don't know, like we just hang out like a lot, so it's like most of the time. But we go like running like 3 days a week or so, and I work out. We get like hot and sweaty together. I drag her into the lake sometimes. We've gone to camp once. It was a winter camp, so it was like 2 days or something.
One of my favorite memories, but you had me go on the high ropes course with you, which you had been going on blindfolded at camp. Yeah, she's pretty epic.
So Cynthia, what is your favorite memory, or what's a memory that stands out to you with your leader?
All the fun activities like that we do, it's really fun to see that she's always involved, like those games. They're doing the hot dog toss with the cup, trying to catch, and yes, at Young Life Club, and which is really fun just to see just her always there laughing and just being part of it, not just watching over it, but she's also part of everything.
I would have to say the first time that we actually hung out, aside from meeting up with her at Starbucks, that was a memory. And then when we went paddleboarding. Yeah, so the first time that we went paddleboarding, we hung out, and it was awesome. Yeah, it was her and Stephanie. It was great. Well, I don't think that she ever actually got out. Like, I think she was actually in the water most of the time. And then she got pulled on a floaty. Yeah. Yeah.
it's just been wonderful to see, what's been happening in Chelan. Obviously, I'm part of that. You saw me on the video there. This is kind of like Saturday Night Live. I went and changed and did an interview and came back. So thank you again for joining us tonight. If you're just getting on, we're having our virtual banquet. Normally this time of year we have a banquet and we get together and have a meal together, but right now we can't do that. So this is the next best thing.
We put the ban on Banquet. Actually,
All right.
Jay Inslee did.
Yeah, that's we'll talk about that later. So we wanted to talk about just for a little while what the impact of COVID-19 has been on Young Life, both locally and worldwide. Locally, it's if I'm honest with you, it's been very tough. It's hard to connect with kids when they're not in schools. They're at their house and we can't gather in big groups. So what we've been doing, a lot of things have been canceled, but fortunately, relationships have not been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus has not been canceled.
Prayer has not been canceled.
That's true. And so we've been able to meet in small groups, in less than 5 kids, in our leaders' homes. Our leaders have committed to inviting a small group of kids into their weekly social budget of people that they can spend time with in person. And so our leaders are wonderful. So that's kind of what we've been doing. We've done some small outings. I think you saw Zaire talk about when we went on a boat this summer. We had a boat donated by Shoreline Watercraft, and we just spent a day being in relationship, and we talked about Jesus being in boats. So
very fitting.
Very fitting.
Yes.
So that's kind of what's been going on in our local area, and you'll hear more about that from kids as we continue on.
Yes, and across the whole region, Central Washington, North Central Washington, Ray Dobbs, Eastern Washington, Northern Idaho, Montana, and North Wyoming, the Mountain West region, every area has been impacted by this. But we've been really proud of seeing how Chelan Valley has take an opportunity, whether it's on Zoom or in person in small groups or getting on boats. We put a whole book together of just sharing a lot of the highlights. And right in the middle of this highlight book is Chelan Valley. And there's Dave.
That's me.
Right there. Oh, right there with the beard. It's hard to miss. But just seeing the stories of what they've done in Chelan Valley to take kids, continue to be on adventure, even though in small groups, and still meet with them, still give them something to read in the Bible, pray for them, keep showing up in their lives. Because like Dave said, that relationships have not been canceled. Young Life is not canceled. It's different, it's deeper, and it's more personable. We miss the large groups, but we're finding a lot of meaning with those smaller groups. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So yes, and we wanted to get a firsthand account of what has changed with Young Life. So I asked some kids kind of what's been tough about the last few months, and how have you been keeping in touch with your leader? So without further ado on that, I think it's the next thing that you'll see.
What has been tough about the last few months for you in the pandemic?
For me, we weren't disconnected because we had our group chat and we would talk and stuff, but just kind of feeling alone, especially the first couple months when everyone was new. But yeah, so just kind of not being able to go to campaigners or hang out for the first part. Yeah, just kind of, because that was a regular thing, and it was really good to just kind of take a step back from everything else and once a week or something and just kind of go and have fun, not have to worry about homework or anything else. So kind of not being able to meet in person was really hard.
Zari, what's been tough about the last few months?
Well, yeah, limited time with friends, staying home, having to wear a mask everywhere, and not really being able to see some of your isolated friends.
Would you say you felt isolated in that as well?
Yeah, I'd say that.
What ways have we kind of kept in touch?
Phone, right?
Yeah, we've texted a lot.
Go to your house, make apple cider, eat s'mores, a hot dog.
Yeah, so we kind of stay connected by just kind of doing what we call campaigners. You can't have big groups. You can't have wildlife club. We tried it on Zoom, but that didn't really work.
It was like, I don't know, we were all like eating dinner together, and it was actually good dinner. It was like normally the best meal I got that week. Yeah, we all just like try to fit as many bodies as we could on a couch and blankets over us because for some reason we're always cold.
Ember's kind of like campaigners, right? And so it used to be a group of like 15 to 20 people that were gathering in someone's living room once a week, Monday nights. And we would talk about Jesus, and we'd have a meal together, and we like pretty much were a big family.
I feel like when you're in someone's living room, it's just much more like personal, and it's like blankets. I would like sing songs, and then we'd go through like the 4 questions, and we were working through John. It didn't have the same like family aspects as it did like last March.
It had something that has been tough with me has to be falling into a schedule of knowing that I would have something either Monday nights or Tuesday nights, either with Ember or Young Life, or just hanging out with Lori and a bunch of girls and talking about Jesus. And then all of a sudden the pandemic hit, and it was like you fall into a habit of doing things, and then after all that, like you just lose that. And it was really hard not seeing the people that you enjoyed. Which that was really hard for me because I'm a people person, and like it was really tough. This summer we tried doing Bible studies 6 feet away with their mask and all that, which really helped. It wasn't the same like that, but I was grateful that we had the opportunity to at least like interact with her. She does an amazing job. How are you doing? Text, but you don't expect it because you wake up one day, she's like, how are you doing today, and all that stuff. And always, even though she knows that I'm busy and all that, she puts an effort, like, let's go do this, and like, oh my gosh, even if it's for just for an hour and just talk, I feel like that really helped this summer.
Muted.
And we're back.
Oh, that was a synchronicity. Wonderful. So, yeah, we got together with a few leaders and their kids, as you see. We did that about a month ago. When COVID cases were at a lower point. So it's getting a little crazy right now, but luckily we got those in before before things took off. So now
trivia time.
Now
come on.
It is time.
Yep.
Get your fingers ready. Get your fast fingers ready. I'm going to be rude and look at my phone because that's where my trivia questions are and answers. So you can answer these trivia questions in the chat. We've got some wonderful prizes here. I think they change colors. Is that right? Where's the camera? Is that right? They change colors as you put warm or cold things in them. I'll hold on to one for a little while and you'll see.
And there's stuff inside too.
There's stuff
it's
inside.
More than a cup.
I don't even know what's in there. But it looks pretty wonderful. We've got a handful of these.
Actually, more than a handful because a handful's only one.
Okay. Well, you can maybe already see it. Can you tell? I don't know.
It's great.
It's great. It changes colors when you put a different temperature in it. So
when these trivia questions will come one at a time, and whoever gets the answer first, whether on YouTube or Facebook Messenger, type it in there and we will see it. All those messages come in together in one beautiful asynchronous.
I would a beautiful symphony is what's happening.
Symphony.
Look at all these people talking to us.
Yes.
So Caroline is going to keep track of that. Did I just freak you out by saying your name live? Caroline's going to keep track of that for us. And when you answer correctly, she'll write that down and we'll say, hey, we have a winner. Just in case the correct answer doesn't come for a few years or whatever.
Right. And once again, as you're watching this, if you're watching it on Facebook, click share. Share this with your friends and other people. Just keep that going. We have quite a few people who are logging in. This is pretty exciting. So
last count I saw was like 50 something.
Yes.
Where are we? 55? Is that what that says?
Yeah. Let's keep it rolling.
Holy moly. There's 55 people watching us.
I think 5 people dropped right when you said it twice. So stop saying it. Okay. Let's get this trivia going.
Let's get going. Are you guys ready?
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
Linda's feeling that she's going to win. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right. The first question is, how many students do Young Life and Wildlife leaders in Chelan know by name? Lots of silence there.
Type it in.
Type it in the chat.
We're going to give this one about 15 seconds, and we'll move to question 2. Whoever got the closest will win.
How many students do Young Life and Wildlife leaders in Chelan know by name?
50,000.
50,000 is a little too many.
Oh, wait, no, I think
apologize.
that was a donation. Donation. Let's give a hand to Linda, $50,000.
Linda has
Thank
given
you.
50,000. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got 150, 152.
Bill Dooley says 150. I think he might be looking on Young Life.
He might be looking at our he might be cheating.
There we go.
I couldn't think of that word. 125, not quite.
Yep. Okay. That's all pretty close. Ethan, what's up? Ethan, all the way from Arizona, guessing 212. Not
that
bad.
is boiling.
Wow. Tanya Huber. I think that's the closest so far, but.
Well, Tanya Huber doesn't get a win.
4. Last ones.
3,
2,
2, 1.
Okay.
All right. We'll see who got.
Okay.
We'll see who got closest there. I don't know.
All right. We're gonna move on to question number 2.
You can take it away.
Do you want me to do it? Or do we say that later?
I guess we'll say it later because I don't really know. I couldn't tell. I think, well, there's a 168 right there. That's pretty close. So the correct answer, should I give the correct answer now?
Yes.
The correct answer was 180. We know 180 kids by name, which is, I want to say like 30 to 40% of the high school and middle school. So that's pretty wonderful. It would be a lot higher, except for the last few months we haven't been able to
add to that number daily
like we were for a while there.
Right.
So our next question, if you're ready, well, I'm going to go if you're ready or not. Our next question is, what year did Young Life start in Chelan? And I'll give you a hint. It was before I got here.
Quite a bit before.
Quite a bit before I got here.
Yep.
Might even have been before I was born. Who knows?
Right.
Who knows the answer to that? I do.
Okay.
We do. We have the answers right here.
Okay, let's give you about 20, 30 seconds to make a guess. Who can get the year closest to the year that Young Life actually started here in Chelan Valley?
Yeah,
let's go.
There's a guess 1962, 1975, 78, or wait, 98.
98, 89.
78. There's a lot. 1989, straight from Taylor Swift. Let's see here. 2012, that's a little too recent. Thank you, Stephanie, for joining us, though.
5 seconds left.
5
for this
seconds.
One. Get your answers
4,
in.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Ray is correct. It is in the 70s.
In the 70s, it doesn't count. Though.
Carolyn,
That's
who is the closest?
We forgot to get a phone line to Carolyn on this. 1972 was the correct answer.
1972. Who was the closest?
Who was the closest? I was hoping that we'd have someone right on it.
Right.
Let's see here. Did someone say? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We can view this chat later as well. So if you don't know right now that you're a winner, you will in a few hours.
Yes, that's what Young Life's all about. When you show up to Young Life and you're not sure if you're a winner, and by the time you leave, you know you are a winner and you are loved.
You may have won. Oh man, I keep turning this the wrong way. You may have won this pink cup. Mm-hmm. How fun is a pink cup, huh?
Damien got it.
Damien Rowe.
Nice, Damien.
Wonderful.
Does he get the pink one?
That's my brother-in-law. How wonderful.
Nice.
He gets the pink one, so that's going to be my sister's.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Next question. Do you want to take that, or do you want me to take that?
I would love to take it.
All right.
How many high school clubs did we hold in person in 2020? How many clubs actually happened live in the year 2020?
And it was wonderful because we were just kind of getting going. We just started our clubs in 2020. We were taking a bit of a hiatus.
Okay.
And we retooled our leadership team, and then this whole thing blew up, and it was not great. But
Becky says 4, Linda says 2. Okay, we got about 12 seconds left. Get your answers in.
12 seconds. Who's
Cindy
making up
says
these
3.
Who's making up these numbers?
They're arbitrary, just like everything else right now. Is anything official?
Welcome to Young Life, where everything's made up and the points don't matter. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I saw a definitive winner there. I think it was Cindy Knight.
Yeah, Cindy. The answer was 3.
It was number 3. We had 3 clubs in 2020. We started February 3rd, and then we did every other week. And then, unfortunately, like March 11th or March 12th, everything was shut down, something like that.
But don't worry. Everyone gave good answers. There are no losers in Young Life, only non-winners.
Sure.
All right. Question number 4. Let's move on.
Number 4. Where are we? Oh, how many students, how many young people, adolescents, if you will, how many adolescents are currently in our regular campaigners meetings? So like I said, our leaders kind of have a social budget of a few kids that they are inviting into their homes every week. So how many students are a core part of that?
Yep.
My
How many are
words.
participating in campaigners? Here we go. We got 20
great.
seconds.
Sure, 20 seconds.
Damien says 5.
It's a few more than that.
Tanya Huber is a non-winner. She said it. I didn't say it. That's for marrying me.
All right.
But you're not a loser. Bill says
17.
Ben
Let's
5,
see. My
Chrissy
mom says
Jensen,
18.
10, 5,
5.
55.
Is Tasha on
24.
here? Tasha?
16. Wow.
5, 4. These aren't the answers.
3.
These are the
Look how
seconds that
hairy
are left.
Gwen's hand
4.
is. That's a hairy
2,
hand.
1. Lots of hair on that arm. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for pointing that out, Jeff.
Yes.
Let's see. I think we saw a correct answer. The correct number was 17.
Woo! Come on. Woo! Confetti.
Apparently, it's very difficult to pull
Confetti
those.
throw. Yes.
What? What'd you say?
Confetti throw.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a little loud. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Head and Shoulders is not
look
working
at that.
today.
It's just all over.
Okay, a couple more.
I have, I don't know, 3 more?
All
3
right.
more? This was, that was for a blue one. Okay. There's 2 actually mugs here instead of cups. So you might get a mug instead of a cup. Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. You may know this if you read our invitation. What is Zaire's favorite candy? If you read an invitation, that may
First
come
one
to
to
your
get it.
house.
First one to get it wins.
one
Zaire's
to get it.
favorite candy.
Zaire's favorite candy. It might be, yeah, if you didn't get one of those, if you didn't get something that tells you what Zaire's favorite candy is, please let us know. We have extras and we want to give them out.
Yes.
If
If you got invited because this Hershey's.
Cindy Knight says Hershey's. Is she going to win twice?
Someone said Reese's. It's close.
Oh,
right?
Did I give it away? Wait a minute.
If you came to this event because it was shared on Facebook, you would not know this answer.
That's
so.
true. That's true. And let us know in the chat if you didn't get something and you are in the Chelan area. Please let us know. We want to bless you with a small gift that will tell you the answer to this question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still getting stuff off me. It was either Cindy or Athena. Yeah, Hershey's is correct.
Hershey's. I think there's a rule that Jay Inslee said that you can only win once.
Yeah,
on
that
this-
was
on this
Jay Inslee
survey.
that said that. So
yes.
So Athena Sandage won that one.
Athena, let's go.
She won a mug.
A mug.
How cute.
Nice.
What a cute mug. Okay. Let's see here.
That was a mug shot.
A mug shot. That's wonderful. Okay. Next question. About a year ago today, 2 more questions. About a year ago today, or a year ago, like 3 days ago, we served a Thanksgiving meal to a bunch of kids here in Chelan. Before COVID, there at the Nazarene Church. How many students did we feed a Thanksgiving meal to about a year ago today? You know what else happened a year ago today?
All right, let's get those answers going. We only got 15 seconds for this one, so get your answers in.
Get your answers in. Some small fun banter. A year ago, or wait, 2 years ago tomorrow, I got married to Melissa Morelli.
That's right.
That's now Melissa Epperson. Tomorrow's our anniversary. So
Woo!
how
Do
fun
you
is
know
that?
what today is?
Oh yeah, what did I say?
Oh yes.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Melissa Shumway
Melissa
nailed it.
Shumway
32.
She was there, I think, so that's all right. Wonderful.
remembers.
Melissa Shumway won I don't know, what's this color? Orange? Sure.
Yes.
Last question. Here we go. How many Young Life and Wildlife leaders do we have in Chelan Valley Young Life? How many leaders are there in Chelan Valley Young Life between middle school and high school?
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to let them think on that and go to something else and come back?
Oh no, just a quick guess. Let's get 15 seconds.
15.
Who get the closest to that?
14. These aren't the answers. They're numbers. They're seconds left. I don't see any answers. Okay, 24, 15.
Not enough. Good answer, Linda.
Not enough. Thank you, Linda. Let's tell some folks about that. 15, 10, 4. Good buddy.
10-4. 8-5, good friend. No, that doesn't work.
All right. 10, 12.
5, 4. The hairy hand of
3,
Glenn.
2, 1. Okay.
It is 11.
The actual number is 11. And I don't know if I saw an 11. I saw a 10
I saw a
and
10
an 8.
A 12. But if you go over, then you don't get it. So the 10. I think it was Snyder. Someone Snyder.
Well, that's not fair.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out, and we'll send these to you. If you live in Chelan, we'll give it to you in person probably. If you don't live in Chelan, we'll send it to you in the mail.
Yeah.
Or if you live in Yakima and I'm going there sometime soon, then I'll give it to you in person.
Right.
There you go.
And good guess, Krista, from 13 for Friday the 13th. I see what you did there. Yeah, very nice. Well,
Except I'm not. Yeah, okay, great.
Yes. So why don't we go to, after all these winners, let's go to hear a little bit more from the kids and the leaders in interviews.
Yeah, we're going to ask the leaders what they've been praying about for the kids through the pandemic. So I'm excited for you to see this.
So Clarissa, what has been your prayer for your friend Chloe in this pandemic?
Well, knowing what I know about Chloe, she puts a lot of pressure on herself for school. And trying to go through some pretty hard classes this last year, and navigating distant learning was pretty overwhelming for her. And so my prayer for Chloe was that during this pandemic that she just really relied on the strength of Jesus, and that it would just strengthen her relationship with him, just allowing him to be her strength. And, I know she struggled with that like we all do.
My prayer for you these last few months has just been that you wouldn't be isolated, that you would be able to reach out to friends or reach out to me, because I know that isolation is kind of a big thing right now, and I don't want you to feel that. And also, just that you and your family would keep pursuing more knowledge about Jesus. I know that you were going to church at the same place as me and Melissa before the pandemic shut everything down. So I've just been praying that you and your family would keep pursuing Jesus and keep learning about him, and that I could be part of that I could be a conduit of Jesus and that be a light. So yeah.
I'm speechless.
So my prayer for Lizzie in this pandemic has been that her friendship and her faith would become even more rooted in Christ and rooted in his truth and in his grace, and that her identity would be one that she continues to discover as someone that is loved and fully known.
I did. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. So I think for peace and a sense of calm and for safety, and that she would know the presence of Jesus in her life, that she would still know that she's loved and cared about, that I saw her reaching for Jesus through this time. So that was awesome. And just praying that her relationship with him would be stronger and that she'd grow closer. That question is big because I think there are so many different aspects that I was praying for. So.
Right, we are back, and I have breaking news. I am here again with Jen Siwa,
warming up,
and Tony
ready to
with
go.
the Y. And at our last house, we traded the keys for this awesome Young Life water bottle.
No. Jen, it's supposed to be bigger and better. A water bottle is not better than the stone house. Let's try this again, okay? Knock on the door. Let's see if we can get something bigger or better.
Coach Tony, I was made for this, like Young Life was made for kids.
That's why we gotta get bigger or better.
This was custom made for this woman. She's gonna love it. Just watch.
Well, you gotta ask for
Watch
something
this.
bigger.
Well, hello, Chin. You knew it. She knows. She knew. So I heard they call you Mom. They do. Well, Mom. Yeah. We brought you this. Custom made for you. A Young Life water bottle. Orange. I knew you would. Color. We knew you would. Young Life knew you would. I love it. We're here playing bigger and better. Do you have anything bigger and better than that water bottle? Oh, that's pretty cool. An orange Young Life water bottle? Well, anything? Yes, I do.
Oh, no, that's bigger and better right there. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not gonna touch it. I don't want you to get any germs from me. Okay. I'll take this, buddy. Okay.
Look at that. Is bigger or better or what? You know what I'm saying?
Bunny. Can I take him out? Sure. Oh my gosh, Coach Tony. Take him, Coach Tony.
See, now this is better.
Jeez. Oh, he's a great bunny. Oh. I'm happy to have the bunny. Okay.
This is bigger or better?
He doesn't eat much, just a little bit.
Look at him.
Let's take him in the cage. Let's take him in the cage. We can take him in the cage. Get out of here. Take him in the cage.
All right, bigger or better? On to the next.
So excited.
Jen and Tony are just characters.
Absolutely.
Just characters. We want to remind you, that's actually live stuff that's happening. Jen and Tony are going around Chelan right now and finding victims to bigger or better eyes. And it looks like they got a bunny on that one. A live animal. I don't know if is that legal? Don't ask.
Yes.
Don't ask, don't tell.
As long as it's 5 or less.
That's true. So we just wanted to get back in here and say, again, thank you for joining us. We have one more video to show you that will kind of be the meat. It's the big thing. We're going to ask these kids how Young Life has impacted their faith in Jesus. And so I know that's what you've been waiting for. That's what I've been waiting for. I'm so excited to show you guys what has been happening in Young Life and how we've been impacting kids. So without any further ado,
let's go.
How has Young Life, or your relationship with Clarissa, how has that impacted your faith in Jesus?
Well, again, I've been able, like, with my campaigners group and with Clarissa, I've been able to talk about my faith almost more than anywhere else, like besides my family. And so that's been good, and just having, because it's important to have other believers with you and to go through challenges in life with. That's really important. And so campaigners and Clarissa, it's been like that for me. And just having people to talk to and to get advice from has strengthened my relationship.
So Zaire, how has our relationship or your relationship with Young Life, how has that had an effect on your faith in Jesus or what you believe in Jesus?
When I started growing up back in Maui, I went to church constantly. So it wasn't anything different, but I didn't really realize what Jesus was putting out for me. So nowadays, when I pray for something, I can actually feel what, like, if I were to pray for something, He can show me His ups and downs about it, and then I'll actually know what to do in the situation and stuff.
Yeah. So you kind of have more confidence in Jesus.
Yeah. I just know that He listens to my prayers.
Wonderful. So how has Young Life impacted your faith in Jesus? Or how has your relationship with Melissa impacted your faith?
Maybe like people I'm like choosing to hang out with. Like I used to be friends with like different people, and I don't really think they were like pointing me toward Jesus. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying like I just don't think they're right for me. That's just one of the reasons why. So like just being intentional, like who I'm hanging out with and being friends with.
Lizzie, I'm so proud of you, and that was vulnerable. You did the thing. You did the thing. You did the vulnerable thing.
Yeah. How has Young Life impacted your faith?
It has I have to say, it definitely has brought me closer. Because before this, before Young Life in general, I knew He was there and He was part of my life. I didn't have the connection that I would have wanted to, and Young Life has definitely just connected all my little dots and like who Jesus is and like why I'm here and like all that stuff, and that I am loved. So that's one thing. It's just helped me grow my faith, and that I'm not perfect. So like I'm really hard on myself. Like, oh, I don't know this or I don't know that, and it's okay to be not perfect, because especially studying the Bible and all that it's okay to mess up. So it's definitely grown my faith, and I'm okay to make mistakes. So it's definitely helped me a lot.
Looks like we're back. That was, like I said, that is just the meat. That's the celebration that we wanted to invite you to tonight. We want to tell you that Jesus is being introduced to adolescents.
And it's worth celebrating, all right?
I wasn't sure when that was going to happen. It is worth celebrating. How wonderful. Our water is full of confetti now. Again, if you're just joining us, this is our virtual banquet celebration. We want to thank you for being with us tonight. But before we go, we actually have a lot more. I almost said we have one more thing, but we're going to have one more live giveaway in a few minutes. But first, Mr. Jeff Huber is going to talk to you for a little while, and I'm just going to step over there if you need me.
Then I can take off my mask.
Yeah.
6 feet rule. Chelan Valley has been an important part of my life personally. Since I was a kid, I came here 2 times every summer. And since growing up, this place is storied in my story. Just as an adult and as a kid, this is where we come to connect with God, to rest, to play, to be together as family. And this is a place where many of you call home. And so it's a joy for me, ever since I became regional director 5 years ago, just to be here more often and see what God is doing in this valley. I'm thankful for Dave. Thankful for Jen and Glenn. Thankful for all the people who've invested, Lee, Ray. There's so many people who've given a lot, and I'm just super thankful for all of you. And thank you for joining tonight. Really, our hope tonight is to invite you in to help reach the rest of our goal. The goal tonight is $15,000 to raise, hopefully some of that with monthly giving, but we've already had the person who is the sponsor at the times that we've got together actually live, Chelan Sellers, that person actually gave their gift and said, I'm going to give even though there's no food to pay for. I want that to go directly to Chelan Valley Young Life. And really part of that goal is to help Dave to come on full-time staff and help there to be more support around the leaders to reach more kids in this community. So we're behind that. And while we're on this call, on this, whatever this thing is, what is this, Dave? Live stream, virtual banquet. Somebody else actually messaged in and said, I'm in for $500. And so our goal of $15,000, we're actually down to 7,000 left. So that's pretty amazing. Or is that 7,500 or is that 7,000? 7,000 left. So we're over halfway there, living on a prayer. But just thinking about your time that you took to be here, you love this community as well. Maybe you love the kids. Maybe you've been someone who's done business here or vacationed here like me. But thank you for being here. The thing that you can see as you've heard these stories, you saw the leaders in the interview with the kids, is 1 Thessalonians 2:8, that they're delighted not only to share the gospel, but their lives as well, because these kids have become so dear. And that's what the gospel is all about, is giving a message of Jesus, but also just being all in with their lives. And that's the hope of having this virtual banquet. Why they didn't just cancel it and put it off till next year is because they're looking for people who can be delighted together with them. The leaders and Dave and the committee, they would love to give their lives, and they would love to know that other people are willing to give their life as well. And so for some of you, that might be supporting tonight. For some, that might be, hey, I want to get more involved, or I want to get behind these leaders and do whatever I can to help make sure kids in this valley that they would have an opportunity to experience the mission of Young Life, which is being introduced to Jesus Christ and help them grow in their faith. That's the mission of Young Life. And that's what you're invited to help get behind and hopefully be delighted to help to support. So tonight, the goal is not just to cheer them on, but thank you for cheering. Love the confetti, love the messages. We actually got a message from the actual media company that we've reached, I think it's 1,000 chats. So this is kind of like a milestone. So you've been really engaged, you've been cheering. But not only just cheering, but also giving your life as well, because hopefully this mission has become dear to you. And so that's our hope. And so as you invest into this mission, that you cheer on and be a part of this, you know that somewhere it was modeled for you. And maybe tonight was the first time that you've seen and it's been explained to you. I know for me, when it was first modeled to me was my Young Life leader, Dave. I grew up in Western Washington, and I had a leader who took me under his wing. He met me by showing up at football games and getting to know me personally. And he knew that I actually already was a believer when I came to Young Life. But he took an interest in me and helped me to learn and read the Word of God and learn to pray. And we actually made a list of all my friends that I had on my heart to pray for. I had invited a lot of them to church, and they came with me once, but I wanted them to come back. And so we prayed that they would come to Young Life. And all of a sudden, my friends started coming, which was great because then I wasn't the only kid in the sophomore class that was going up front to have games and like whipped cream in my face. So I had a little bit, I could spread the pain. But also, we went to a camp called Malibu, and all of my friends, we packed an entire cabin, and every one of them came to know Jesus. And that was over 25 years ago. And we're still friends today, and we all have chats together, video chats called Marco Polo, and we all check in and read the Bible together still, and our wives are friends and our kids are friends. But it started with somebody taking an interest in us and modeling to us what it means to not only share the gospel, but our lives as well, because we had become so dear to my Young Life leader, Dave. So is Young Life becoming dear to you? Would you lean in with us? I love the stories that I see. One of my favorite stories I got to participate and watch and see is a little girl named Norma. A few years ago, when I was at Malibu, there was a group from Chelan, and it was when Chelan was kind of making a resurgence. And Norma was there. I think her little sister and some friends, Estrella and some others were up there. And I remember during the crosstalk, the message about what Jesus has done to open up the door to have a relationship. I was the camp speaker, and I brought my daughter out on stage, and she was about 10 years old, maybe 9 or 8. And we did this symbolic opening of the door, and my daughter walked through the door and threw her arms around me being her father, her being the child that has come home, because the cross opens the door for kids to have a relationship with the Father. And I heard later that Norma had committed her life to Jesus, but I didn't know any more of the story. Well, fast forward 2 years, and I became the regional director, and I was at Abby's Pizza in Wenatchee, and I got to meet Norma. She came and met us there, and she wanted to share with us that at that moment that she was at camp, and that door opened, and my daughter walked through and threw her arms around me, that Norma said that right then and there, she prayed for her heart to open and that she would start a relationship with Jesus. And that was incredible. You know, the cool thing is that Young Life isn't just Young Life. When you get older, it's actually Old Life too. And what I got to see in her life is that she went to college at Eastern Washington University and became a leader. And she lives in Tri-Cities now and is actually coming on staff. And to see that she's coming alive in her gifts. She went from a little girl in Chelan that needed a scholarship to get to camp to coming to know Jesus, to becoming a leader, to becoming on staff. And that sometimes we forget that Young Life isn't just for the kids, but it's also for the adults. It's for those as we grow up. And many of you, it's Old Life. I mean, I'm like the poster child for Old Life. My kid is in Young Life now. So it's like the old Hair Club for Men commercials where I'm not only a president, but I'm also a client. I mean, I kind of look like I need the Hair Club for Men, but But I not only have been blessed by Young Life, but now Young Life leaders are blessing me by impacting my own kids. But we get to do Old Life together where it's for us, and we get to grow in Christ by giving, by serving, by rallying around the leaders and the staff. But we also get to help young people have their stories changed, to learn that a God loves them. And just as you heard some of the stories, like Cynthia, I think that was her name, sharing about how she realized that God loves her no matter what, and she doesn't have to be perfect. That's all of us. And so Old Life, Young Life, it doesn't matter. It's God's life. And so that's your invitation tonight. In Othello, not too far away from here, Young Life stopped for a while. And some of the kids found that there was a Young Life next door in Connell, and they had shared what it was like to not have Young Life. They said, we miss Young Life at our school. And the 3 words they used to describe it were that it's broken, dark, and lonely without Young Life leaders there. And we actually started Othello Young Life in the last couple of years, have some awesome leaders there that are bringing light to that school. And Chelan has Young Life. And we want to see Manson for the high school and the middle school, maybe even teen moms impacted here in the valley. And that we want kids to not experience broken darkness and loneliness, but we want them to experience healing, light, and relationships. So would you be a part of that tonight? The goal again tonight, $15,000. We're already halfway there, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. But really the hope and the goal tonight is that a lot of that can be monthly giving. And so if you are not giving currently and you want to start a monthly gift, your monthly gift adds up for the rest of the year to help reach that goal. So if you wanted to give $100 a month, well, I guess there's 10 months left in the year, 11 months left in the year if you start this month. So that's going to get us a lot closer. We're adding it up. If you do $50 a month, we're adding it up for the whole year. So we figured if about 4 of you were to give $100 a month, or 6 of you, and 6 of you were to give $50 a month, we would meet that goal of $7,000. We know that some of you might be able to give more, some might be able to give less. And really it's the heart, and it's being that, are you delighted to give and serve and be a part of this? But that's the goal. That's what we're looking for this year. And it was worth tuning in, logging on to this, and just want to say a big thank you for being a part of this. So I say thank you. And with that, I just wanted to just give one last quote. There's a committee person I talked to, and I wrote him a thank you note. And I said, thank you so much for giving. Thank you for serving. I just so appreciate you take time for us. And he looked me in the eye and kind of squinted, and he goes, would you stop thanking me? Please stop. You act like I'm not delighted to serve. You act like you're surprised that I want to give too. Just because you're on staff and that you're a leader doesn't mean that I want any less to impact these kids' lives. And it kind of stopped me and realized that the delight is not just as a leader or a staff. It's to those that give, those that pray, those that lead, those that are on committee, those that support. So let's all delight together. Let's reach this goal. Thank you so much for chiming in tonight.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. I was not close enough to my stool at the end there. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, Jeff, for being here with me, coming all the way from Spokane. Like Jeff said, we want you to join us in our ministry. We want you to be co-laborers in Christ with us. In order, the way that you can give is you can go to chelanvalley.younglife.org with no spaces. I just commented that in the chat a few times. chelanvalley.younglife.org has a big give button on the top right. And you can give there online, or if you'd prefer to give like a check, you can write a check out to Young Life, make it out to Young Life, not Chelan Valley Young Life, but Young Life. And put in the memo WA458. I put this in the chat. Put in the memo WA458 Banquet, and we'll get that. Oh, and then send it to us. What's our to our PO box? I guess 2757 in Chelan.
Yep. And some people will be watching this for the next few days. Maybe someone didn't get to come, and you're watching this later. You can give as well, and they'll give updates how close they are of getting to their goal. $15,000 and how much monthly support has grown. So we'll keep this campaign going tonight and the next few days.
That's right. Again, thank you so much. Give online, chelanvalley.younglife.org. I believe, thank you to Jen Siwa and who is that? Thank you guys for standing in the cold while we ask for money. Let's go. Let's see what they're up to.
And we are back. I'm here. Jojo, you look. Joe,
I'm fine.
Jen,
I'm fine.
you
Nope,
look-
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, and I'm just loving the mask here and the bows. Those are just amazing. Is it custom made?
It was custom made for me.
Wow, that is just the coolest thing ever. And what's your favorite color?
That's all you.
What do you think?
I don't know, like brown, black, or something. Oh my gosh, it's pink.
My favorite color is pink.
Oh yeah!
And since you brought that up, Chloe, just like this night was custom made for kids in Chelan Valley.
No. Jen, see what?
We're having a moment. Oh, we are.
This is
We're having a
bigger
moment.
or better, not give your boobs to your friends.
Well, I think this
So
is
now
better.
we gotta ring the
This is
doorbell.
better. Tony,
We gotta ring the doorbell.
bring a little
I
sunshine.
don't want a bow, Jen. We need a key.
You
Now
got
we
this
ring the
good.
doorbell,
Yeah.
Jen. We gotta get bigger or better. Oh, puppy. Hello? Hey! Jen, you gotta explain to him.
I'm Jen. We're playing a game. We're having a special Young Life night, a custom made. Oh, thanks. Very respectful. It's custom made Young Life
Okay.
night, and we traded some keys to get a water bottle. We traded the water bottle to get a bunny. We traded the bunny, the cozy bunny, to get this cozy Young Life blanket for you.
Okay.
But to have it, I'm gonna need something bigger or better.
And the blanket?
Bigger or better than a blanket.
Oh boy. Hold on.
You got anything? Okay.
Oh, he's got something
I trust
good.
you,
I
so
can
I'm
see
just
it.
gonna toss this. You look like somebody I can trust.
Oh, that is definitely bigger or better.
Hold the phone.
It's worth the
Hold
blanket.
the phone.
Awesome. That is bigger or better. Oh, good.
We got
So I get to
clout.
keep
You
the blanket.
knew. You knew. You
Yes.
got to You knew.
That's
You must
big.
have an inside line, an inside political line. Look what we're taking home with us tonight.
Yeah, we've been watching the telethon. Looks like it's going great. So
Yep.
honored to be part of your game. Thank you.
Thank you for playing.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. We'll see you later.
Yeah.
That was incredible. We do have a shortage of toilet paper. Okay, well, hey, it's wonderful that you guys were here tonight. It looks like I've seen in the chat we've had some good giving so far. Where I think we're close to our goal, maybe. So again, thank you guys so much for coming tonight. We are so excited. Thank you for joining us for this celebration event. They're apparently very difficult to pop off. So thank you guys. Oh man, I'm gonna be sleeping with this stuff tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. We are truly blessed to have such a strong support group here in Chelan. Such a great group of people who keep coming year after year to our banquets. Again, thank you for adapting with us as we go to a virtual banquet this year. So I just want to close this in prayer tonight. Again, you can keep giving even while I'm praying. God will forgive you at chelanvalley.younglife.org. That's online giving, and you can also write a check. And just let us know if you want to write a check and you didn't hear my instructions earlier. So I'm going to pray. Jesus, thank you. Thank you for the work that we are able to do in Chelan, even through a pandemic. I pray that you would just continue to bless us as we go about your work. I pray that you would bless our leaders as they go about your work. Keep us safe from the COVID as we go into the lives of kids. Thank you for all the people who joined us tonight. That's great. Amen.
My name is Inessa, and I accepted Jesus Christ.
Wait, my mom put that on Instagram?
Yes.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Zaire. We'll have your prize on the way out the door.
In 5, 4,
3.
That can be the opening shot, right?
Thanks for sitting down with me and talking about this.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I think a deer just went by the back door. Weird. Something went by the back door.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Oh no.
What is a memory that stands out that you guys have shared?
Well.
Wait.
All right, should we go through Starbucks? Okay.